in terms of how English Australia leads and supports our sector, I think the organisation has always ensured that we've had a voice at that top table when it comes to government policy on all things international education. And I think we've been very fortunate in having had two very capable and well-respected leaders in the last 20 years, being, of course, Brett Blacker and before him, Sue Blundell. We've really benefited from the stability that they've brought and being involved in the organisation for such a long time. Of course, English Australia has supported us during COVID, raised awareness of the plight of the sector, examples being how they lobbied for government support, financial support. They administered the Innovation Development Funds, which Kaplan benefited from, kind of targeting those ELICOS providers in particular that were most at risk, those standalone providers. The recent report they presented on the economic impact of COVID on ELICOS and the knock-on impact that had on other sectors and the economy as a whole. I think it's fascinating, really illuminating how that report highlighted the $4.6 billion impact that the border closures had on the economy from the decline in ELICOS students. Another aspect is the advocacy work, representing members' interests in key government forums across our two regulators, TEQSA and ASCRA. Of course, we're kind of a unique sector in having being regulated by both those national regulators. Also, the engagement and communication with member colleges on policy and regulatory matters, ensuring that there's genuine two-way communication between providers and government and the regulators. I know a lot of work goes into the submissions to government to ensure that members' interests are heard. Recent examples being the ESOS review, the ELICOS standards review, the foundation standards review. Another aspect that's really important is providing that sector intelligence, and a good example is the importance of those annual reports, especially in highlighting the non-student visa cohort that's so important for many member colleges, and particularly those that operate in that standalone ELICOS space, where the Department of Education stats don't show those ELICOS students on tourist visas, working holiday visas. And then I think the final aspect I would mention is how English Australia drives quality in the sector. Examples being the good practice guides, the special interest groups, the continuing professional development for teachers, all good examples of the great work English Australia does.